What's up, guys? You all know who this is, and today we're checking out this video that someone emailed me telling me to try out. It is, let me move my face, top 15 scary mysterious creatures caught on video. I don't do good with this stuff, man. I like watching it, so that's gonna be a mistake. Let's do this.
In 2007, a deep-sea camera
Creepy
owned
voice.
by an oil company caught this image of a massive squid-like creature near the Gulf of Mexico.
That's a
This
squid?
deep-sea nightmare has a large head with fins that protrude out of it, tentacles or legs that extend horizontally and then drop down.
Okay, this is the way he's wording it is just brilliant. 15 tentacles caught out of it. Out of it. That's what it says. Out of it. What idiot.
Its physical appearance can be compared to that of a daddy long legs met with a sci-fi flick alien.
Real. Batman!
When this footage was released, a lot of speculation began as to what this creature may be. The first and most common theory was that this was a relative of Cthulhu, a cosmic creature created by H.P. Lovecraft in the short story The Call of Cthulhu. Plenty of believers and paranormal enthusiasts began turning their heads.
If you guys don't know what Cthulhu is, or Cthulhu, so this is the way this guy's talking. I'm gonna be a big fan of this for a little bit. Cthulhu is apparently this Cthulhu is like this one thing. You know Ragnarok with Loki and Thor, the Norse gods that apparently are from Marvel too, or that stupid shit. Well, basically what it is don't know how to explain it. It's like Cthulhu. Cthulhu is supposed to be like the end of everything. All-knowing, all-seeing, future all-murdering thing.
To research, outrage, and fear, knowing that this creature was living in our oceans, possibly waiting for a chance to come to shore and take control or wreak havoc. This creature also gave those that already feared the ocean an even greater reason to stay miles away from it. As fun and scary as all of this speculation was, this is actually a big fin squid which was discovered in 1988. However, this is one of only a handful of times that this was caught on tape, and even the most skilled scientists still know very little about this creature. That being said, this could very well be a descendant of that great old one, and is certainly a marvelous reason to stay out of the ocean. Number 14, Unknown Creature. This video involves a driver traveling down a dirt road in the dead of night when he comes across a truly terrifying creature.
It's Chewbacca, if he was white.
To be driving while holding his camera up towards the figure. At first, he just seems confused by what he sees, but things take an almost heart-wrenching turn.
It's an Ewok that's dancing.
The figure is wearing what appears to be a white gown and has long dark hair. It also seems to have a limp in the way that it walks and is slightly hunched over. The man lets out expressions of horror, and as the creature begins to stagger violently towards him, he lets out shrieks of pure fear.
What's this? Dude, you're in a truck. Run the fucker over.
That this man makes are truly enough to be upsetting. Little else is known about this creature. However, there have been speculations that this is actually an elderly woman being possessed by a demon, going after unsuspecting travelers. This is not the first case of roadside ghostly or demonic creatures. All over the world, roadside
it's an old lady possessed by a demon. Run the fucker over. You're in a truck, unless it's a Chevy, or not the Chevy. Unless it's a Ford, run it over, because unless it's a Ford, it's probably good enough to run the bitch over.
To get those lonely drivers off the road for whatever evil reason. This is a good example of why you should always use the buddy system when driving on dark dirt roads. Number 13, Men in Black. The Hollywood blockbuster trilogy The Men in Black follows two government agents that work highly undercover trying to find alien beings living on Earth and wreaking havoc. These movies are in general comedic with scenes of fun alien fighting action. However, the duo known as the
The
Real
guy's
Life
got
Men in
nipple
Black are
arms.
quite different in several ways. For the past several years, people who claim to have seen UFOs also claim that shortly after this alien encounter, they were visited by two very creepy men in black suits. UFO enthusiasts that spend time
Oh no,
researching
Will Smith is
UFOs have
real.
often reported being visited by them as well. The men apparently find these people who have claimed contact with alien life and question them,
Wait.
claiming they're from a secret organization. They also present a white card with the word security embossed onto it and have been reported to often refer to one another as numbers rather than by names.
So they look
Each
exactly
story
the same.
shared
What
about
is this,
the
Teenage
MIB
Mutant
has
Ninja
a
Turtles?
different
Where are they,
meaning
the
behind the
Krang?
visit, and every visit is strange in its own way. Stories in relation to these two agents include cases of
This can't be real, he's got
telepathy,
no eyes.
teleportation, and even
And a
physical
butt chin. He's
violence.
Peter Griffin!
So aside from these men
No
in
way, he's
black
not
being
that.
creepier, mystical, and aggressive than our friendly silver screen pair, these two apparently are also aliens themselves. Reports of encounters with the MIB describe them as abnormally tall, completely hairless, pale white, with eyes that are slightly larger than average. The two also apparently look exactly the same, like walking clones that finish each other's sentences. The MIB were
They're the
caught on
Krang!
tape in 2008 after a hotel manager and security guard reported seeing a UFO.
I got the Krang on
Several days
camera.
after their reports, the men in black arrived at the hotel looking for the manager and guard, who were not there at the time. When the manager reviewed security footage, he saw the two men, and this is the only reported proof of their existence.
Well, this is really hard for me to say, but there's a couple really strange-looking men that were here, and they kind of freaked everybody out, and they were asking questions about you.
Number 12, Icelandic word monster. Every country and every culture around the world has its own paranormal legends. The US has Bigfoot. Goblins and elves are popular in Mexico. Scotland discovered the Loch Ness Monster. And Iceland has the giant worm monster, though it sounds like more of a punchline than a threatening creature. The worm monster is actually pretty creepy. This video, uploaded in 2012, is perhaps one of the best quality videos to date of the unknown worm-like creature, but sightings have been reported since as early as 1345 in relation to this phenomenon. This video shows the creature slithering through the icy waters, and zoomed-in shots show what could be a snake-like head that forced the water and ice out of its path.
It's a trail of bubbles that moves.
The worm is said to inhabit Lake Lago Flie. The creature has yet to have been caught or studied, and while there are numerous theories out there as to what this could be, such as a collection of bacteria or debris, atmospheric warping, or even optical illusions, there is not a solid answer as of now. Many scientists and even psychologists have found that these theories offer an answer to only some of the reported sightings, but don't hold valid for every single one, meaning they can
Sorry, I
be
had
the
to leave.
factual truth. Number 11, shadowy ghost in school. A group of young
Yeah,
teens
it's a
decided
teacher.
to go
Who
explore an
cares?
abandoned school in their town. The building is in poor shape, and it's apparent no one has been in it for at least several years. As the group enters a classroom of the school, the camera catches a very realistic shadowy figure welling from a window towards the group.
It's a fucking teacher! Oh my god, it's my math teacher from last year.
Something about the way the figure walks looks very casual, as if it's wearing jeans and has one hand in its pocket. Many refer to this ghost as headless, however, that could just be because of the way the light is coming in from the window.
It's
the group of teams don't
Mrs.
seem to notice or see
Nielsen,
the figure,
damn it.
but just as the camera catches it, a loud roaring
Yeah,
will take
Baba
over.
Yaga.
The noise is comparable to a deep echoing moan,
It's a witch.
slowed down
Baba
church
Yaga's a
bells,
witch.
or ship alerts. The teens begin to scream and run out of the school. As they run in even after coming to a stop to talk about what happened, they can still hear the eerie noise. They continue to explore as if looking for the source of the terrifying noise, but the video ends and we are left with more questions than anything. Number 10, Goblins are very small, evil,
It looks like a
elf-like
Chucky,
creatures that originated in European
the
countries
thing with
during
the
the Middle
mustache looks like someone
Ages.
from the
Goblins
Muppets.
have different appearances
The
depending
rest
on
look like
what region the
frogs.
folklore is coming from, but they're usually very small, dirty, greedy, and mischievous. Most stories associated with goblins involve them stealing, leaving behind messes, or even killing people, usually small children. In this video, there seems to be a small group of kids or teens playing in a messy room. One teen in particular is in front of the camera kicking around a ball. The boy kicks the ball off to the side and goes to retrieve it when he looks down at a small creature crouching in against the wall. It's very hard to make out what is being seen, but the group collectively screams and the camera cuts off as the small creature bounds away.
That's a little kid. That's not anything.
Many people claim that this was just a rat that scared the group of youngsters. However, even with low quality, you can tell that this small being is on its own two very human-like legs, and it even appears to be wearing a pointed hat. The way that the creature
Except for his sons, dang it.
has the threat of being sighted either lends proof to the legend that goblins hate to be seen, or offers the idea that they aren't evil little creatures after all. Either way, seeing a very tiny
Oh no, I'm gonna run away
creature
because I'm so
bounds to
evil
feed
and
anyone out.
dastardly.
Number 9. Creature climbs building. This creature seems...
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, he fell. I don't want to see a freaking ad. I want to see someone climb a school building. Actually, this looks like a good game. Okay, this looks kind of cool, actually. I'll have to check this out. Maybe I'll do a play-by-play. PlayStation. I hate the
Seems like it's
PlayStation.
straight from the nightmare of an arachnophobe, or anyone really. This creature is shot from the upper level floor and shows a very long-legged creature scaling the side of an unknown building in Russia. The spider-like being has 4 massive legs that seem to stretch like rubber, and it moves fluently from one building to the other, and then over the top of the second building.
There's probably
We've actually
some
seen
kind of
videos like this
bug on
before
the
with the
screen.
black stick
No.
figure men climbing down a city building in the dead of night back in 2013. Coincidentally, both videos were shot in Russia, are very similar, and went viral, causing a stir among small towns. Could something like this suggest foul play? Or is there just a trend here we aren't catching? Of course, viewers seem to argue that it's fake and it's done with the power of CGI. Even if that's true, you have to give props to its creator for reaching into the nightmare of many and bringing it to life. This phenomenon of black stickmen has been going on for nearly thousands of years, with reports from children and full-grown adults all over the world. So even if this clip is faked, the legend is quite real, and this video brings that fear into your very own computer screen.
This isn't a computer,
Number
idiot.
8. Alien in Graveyard. Alien sightings and reports of abductions go as
Zombies.
far back as 329 BC, when
Oh,
Alexander the
no.
Great claimed that he witnessed massive silver shields in the sky, which spit fire and dove towards his army. The world is filled with alien enthusiasts and people who have memories of being abducted that completely ruin their lives.
I looked
So
at his
finding
face and
footage of
the
the
first thing
aliens here on Earth
that went through my
UFOs
mind.
traveling through the sky, isn't that amazing?
I saw that thing's face. First thing that went through my mind. I am Groot. You
Within
can play?
a misshapen humanoid creature running through the high ground.
That's a dude.
The title of this video claims it to be the Ring, and it does seem to be similar to some claims and sightings that have come before. Number 6. Tsunami Creature. This video is actually something new, not something that's everyday hoax footage or like Bigfoot or ghosts. This was posted in late 2014 and shows a severe tsunami hitting a Gulf coast of Japan. The video is low quality and was probably shot just to get footage of the tsunami's damage. But in the background of the video, the camera person was lucky enough to catch a strange, possibly magical creature. Around 3:13 in the original video, a wave seems to crash towards a building, but then that white mass that appears to be a wave grows legs and a fin and climbs up the side of a building for safety. Sounds like just another sea creature, right? That changes literally milliseconds after it climbs the building when it disappears into mist.
The hell?
There's yet to be a proven explanation for this, and speculations range from exploding fire extinguishers to Japanese spirits to alien creatures that have been inhabiting the oceans for centuries. Take a closer look at this video yourself and you decide, is it just a massive smoke or something more mystical? And if it is something...
Really? Fuck you, Ed. Oh, this looks good.
Teachers don't fight.
I'll have an ad up for that later.
Something more on the side of fantasy. What could this be? Number 5, another goblin. This is another video of a goblin
Well then.
or other small humanoid creature, except that
It
this
stares
one is
into
of
your
even higher
soul.
quality, and it's very
So
clear the
pretty
little creature that
eyes.
runs through the shot is not just a rodent or shadow. A mother is casually filming her infant in what appears to be their kitchen.
It's an
When
imp.
a dark-colored humanoid bounces through the shot and darts under a table. Just as the small humanoid is in the shot of the camera, it begins to glitch as the audio is horribly distorted. The mother screams and grabs her baby, but then returns her camera under the table to try and get footage of the goblin. Unfortunately, the goblin is already out of sight.
It's an imp. Great camera work, lady. Great camera work.
The goblin seems to have a much more human-like body. He isn't wearing a cliche red pointed hat and has floppy pointed ears. While
He's
skeptics claim this
describing
is
the
fake, plenty of
Smurfs.
believers out there dub this as the best footage of goblins or elves to date. Number 4, witch on fire. A bruja is the term used in regions
Whoop-de-doo.
such as
I've seen
Mexico
witches
to
before.
refer to a
There's
person who
there's
practices
two that go to my
witchcraft.
school.
The term
Both of them
bruja
are
or
teachers.
brujo can refer to any person, male or female, that practices any level of form of witchcraft. Well,
Yeah,
bruja is not
that thing's
immediately a
ugly.
negative term. Mexico and
Look at
other
that.
regions
That thing's
have
just
developed an understanding
ugly.
that evil witches do exist and practice black magic with the goal of harming
No,
others.
realize that they all came out of
Witch
eyeballs
legends involve
in The
elderly
Wizard of
women with
Oz.
the ability to shapeshift, steal souls for the devil, and even eat children. This video was
I'm
uploaded in
doomed.
2013 and it is titled Fire Witch in the Forest, Real Witch. The description explains that this video was taken because
Whoop,
a group
whoop.
of people could not tell what they were seeing and wanted to review the video later. Upon reviewing the video, this is what they found. The imagery itself is pretty unsettling, as it just appears to be a human body engulfed in flames.
It looks like a horse.
However, at the same time, the person does not seem to be panicking as they disappear from thin air several times. Again, this video was shot on a dark dirt road in the middle of nowhere, which adds to even more of the aura of fear. Many people are claiming that this is some sort of
Really?
video editing or hoax.
Go up to it and punch it, see if
But
it's
you're
really
a
on
believer in
fire.
witchcraft, you're likely to agree this seems pretty genuine. Number 3, giants in Peru. This video was shot by a woman who is assumed to be at home with her mother. There's no explanation as to why she was filming, but what she caught on tape was unbelievable. There appears to be 2 normal-sized humans standing atop the hills, when all of a sudden, one of them appears to stand up or grow in size. The figure is twice the size of the one next to it, which is either believed to be a regular-sized human or a similar creature in a seated position. The woman recording the video begins to cry out in horror and calls her mom to come look.
Dios mío. ¡Ha crecido! ¡Mamá! ¡Se paró hacia arriba, mamá!
An investigative team took a closer look into this phenomenon. They placed a man at the same exact location and took photos from the location where the video was originally filmed. The person they used was average height and very thin build. When they aligned the footage of this man with the footage of the alleged giants, the figures captured were indeed significantly taller than the model used. Some other things found during this investigation were that the taller figure was extremely thin compared to even a skinnier than average person, possibly because of their height. And the head of the figure,
Really?
as well as
These
the
kids in my
figure's
class are
has all
twice my
shapes.
size,
The
but
model used had very short hair, but even with that
they're
playing
not
in,
skinny.
the Giants has heads that seem to be shaped more egg-like.
I'm skinny.
The investigation video was uploaded by Saige Peru and will be linked below. The video is not in English, but there's plenty more to be learned about this case.
How can you learn about if it's not in English? Well, sure.
This video is
Y'all know what I
timestamped
mean.
from 2006, but wasn't uploaded until around 2013.
The fuck?
The story is that this is a group of videographers who were exploring a forested area for an upcoming documentary in Catalina, Spain. While exploring the wooded
Such
region,
pretty
they heard
eyes.
strange noises, unlike any animal or human they heard before. They also found trails of huge feathers and followed them. They eventually came up to a man squatting down behind bushes, staring
taking
at
a
the
poop.
ground. He appears nearly lifeless and quite ghoulish. His skin is pale and his bones are very apparent. He seems to notice the group and looks towards the camera with huge glowing eyes. Speculation for this creature ranged from it being a malnourished homeless man to it being another form of the Reagan, all the way to it being a fallen angel who was cast out of heaven, which would explain the feathers. No matter what you believe, this group is pretty horrified by what they saw, and the images presented in the short footage is quite haunting. Number 1, the hybrid man. Bigfoot is one of the biggest, most well-known legends in the world and is especially popular in the US and Asian countries. This story comes from a province in China where their version of Bigfoot
so
is referred to as the
scary.
Yemen. It's uncertain where this footage is originally from.
That looks like
but
a
it looks like
Muppet.
it could be from a Chinese documentary or news report. The footage
It's a
shows
puppet.
this hybrid man that is
A
nearly
scary, scary
hairless,
puppet.
has a very large ape-like skull,
Ernie,
long
Bert,
dangly arms, nearly no
you guys are
neck,
scary
and is
now.
extremely
What the
tall.
fuck? They think that is Bigfoot. That's supposed to be Bigfoot.
The man seems childlike or even animal-like in his mannerisms, and he allegedly never learned to speak a language. However, he did understand what people were telling him. According to his mother, she was kidnapped by a Yemen and sexually assaulted repeatedly before being brought back to her small village where 9 months later she gave birth to this hybrid. He lived to be 33 years old before dying of natural unknown causes. The common explanation for this man is that he suffered from a genetic disorder known as microcephaly, and his mother is ashamed to have given birth to a mentally challenged child, especially out of wedlock. Microcephaly causes the brain to develop improperly.
Wait, she's ashamed of giving birth to someone who's mentally challenged. My brother's autistic. So would she be ashamed of giving birth to an autistic kid? What the fuck is wrong with this bitch?
As mentioned before, it's common for those who suffer from this disorder to have dwarfism, but this man was the exact opposite. There's not much else known about this man, or even the footage of him that's provided. Thanks for checking out this countdown. Be sure to subscribe as we upload new videos every week. It'd really mean a lot if you join the notification squad by clicking this gear button, checking this box, and then clicking save.
Okay, I'm not gonna do any of that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video with a lot of fake stuff.